All right, so what's up, everybody? Check it out. So a couple days ago, I posed a question about Carlishia Hood and the Jeremy Brown situation, and I wanted to know how the argument began. Okay. I understand that there's an emotional aspect to this situation, especially when you see a man beating a woman the way Jeremy Brown did. There's no excuse for it. And she should have defended herself, and her son should have defended her. Okay, I get it. Now, this whole thing in the comment section, it turned into like a gender issue, and it turned into, people only seeing that the son was just defending her mother. And I started getting tagged with pictures of them saying the charges being dropped and things like that, as if I was against that, right? So, whatever. Now, this is why we have to take the emotion out and deal with things objectively, to deal with the situation and dig deeper, take a deep dive to find out, how did we get here? How did Carlishia Hood and Jeremy Brown get to this situation? Right? That's the point. That's the point. It's not a gender thing. It's nothing else other than how did we get to this point? Jeremy Brown, 1,000% wrong. 1,000% wrong. That man was possessed. I don't know what happened. What would make him attack a woman like that? 1,000% wrong. Yes, the son was 1,000% right in protecting his mother. No doubt. I have nothing against that. Nothing against that. Now, as we dig deeper into what happened, the real issue and the point I was trying to get across was that our community has a serious problem with conflict resolution. I'm going to say it again. Our community has a serious problem with conflict resolution. Every time we get into it, we got to get physical or we got to kill each other. Why is that? Why is that? Or if we don't do that, we're just pissed off at each other until we see each other again, then it's on sight. Now, we can have arguments and disagreements. That's just part of the way the human family communicates, when they're trying to get their point across. And it's okay in those arguments or disagreements to say, fuck you, no, fuck you, and keep it moving. It's okay. There's not a problem with that. The problem is, in this situation, that the real adult was a 14-year-old boy. One more time, for the people in the back. The real adult was the 14-year-old boy. If we take a look at the video, you got these two adults who are arguing, and they're not even trying to de-escalate the situation. Neither adult is trying to de-escalate the situation. This dude is belligerent. Carlishia Hood is steady talking, egging each other on. I don't care what way you look at it. Miss Hood needs to take accountability for that. Okay? She needs to take accountability for not de-escalating that situation, as well as Jeremy Brown needs to take accountability for not de-escalating that situation. It was to the point, and if you watch the video, they're arguing. She tells her son, get back in the car. When she says that, Jeremy Brown, he's like, get back in the car. And he squared up and he balled his fist up. Carlishia Hood didn't even see that because she was steady talking. She didn't see that. That's a problem. Now, when she said, get back in the car, Jeremy Brown, he was so messed up that he didn't even realize that it was somebody there. He didn't even turn around and be like, whoa, what's going on? Is somebody pulling up on me? What's the deal? None of that. The two adults, supposedly two adults in the room. That didn't happen. And now here we are. A man is dead. The mother is saved. And that young man is scarred for life. That man had to grow up in an instant. Now, his mom put him in an impossible situation, okay? We're glad that his son protected his mom. But she put him in an impossible situation when she didn't try to either A, de-escalate, or B, walk away. Walk away. Seeing that this man was out of his mind, she didn't try to get herself to safety. That's the problem. That's the problem, and that's what's going on in our community. Nobody wants to stand down. Nobody wants to say, hey, you know what? You go ahead and have that. I'm going to grab my food and I'm going to go. No one wants to do that, and that's the problem. And even in the press conference so now she's suing the city, right, for being arrested. So all that's coming out of our taxpayer money. Everybody's like, yeah, go ahead and sue. That's our money, right? But that's a whole nother story. Somebody asked, why did you just walk away? The lawyers jumped in and shut it down. And that's a question that everyone should be asking. Why didn't you just walk away? To save yourself. And yeah, I got the right to be at the hot dog joint. Yeah, I got the right to run my mouth and say what I got to say. Absolutely. But you got to be smart about it. You got to be smart about it. Sometimes we got to take the high road and just let it go. And in this case, neither so-called adult took the high road and let it go. So a 14-year-old boy had to come in and shut it down. That's my point. Love somebody, but more importantly, love yourself. Peace.